the meeting is getting recorded. In case you would like to go through it again, you can do that sometime towards the afternoon. If you have any queries, please use the chat box to raise your queries. If you'd like to see anything in particular about Algomojo or TradingView or any kind of setups, the how to do it and what are the things to be done, what are the procedure to be followed. If you are using any strategy in TradingView, you want me to show that in the screen and also take you through the process of setting up the automation, let me know. Otherwise, there are some charts that I have, some strategies that I have. Using that, I will demonstrate how to automate those kind of strategies in TradingView. Today's focus mainly will be on TradingView. In case if there are any Amibroker users, I can show that also. And the process is very similar. We try to keep the entire automation process as simple as possible. So anybody with a bit of computer knowledge will be able to use a platform and automate the strategies for placing orders. Right. We'll start the session with a small presentation, and then we'll get into the platform, and then we'll look at some integration in TradingView, how to automate the TradingView chart. Right. Try and keep this session as interactive as possible. Please ask any kind of questions related to the platform, related to automation part. I'll be more than happy to discuss and show that also during this demo. Again, my name is Lokesh, part of Algomojo team. Yeah, we'll start with a small presentation, like I mentioned. Yeah, we'll start with some of the agenda today would be to look at what are the key features and benefits that are available in Algomojo's platform. Then we will look at how to do the integration using TradingView. We can look at some example strategies like super trend and maybe trend line automation, or if you're looking at support and resistance, or if you have any indicator in particular that you would like to see, let me know. I can use an indicator also and demonstrate how to automate using an indicator also. In case anybody is looking at Amibroker, let me know. I can try and give you a demo using Amibroker also. A bit about, we'll touch about the Algomojo support and how to access and how to contact and get details about if you have any queries, any doubts, how to contact us and get those addressed. We'll touch upon that. So as I was mentioning, use the chat box to raise any kind of queries that you would have, right? Uh, Before we start, just want one small update to be given that we are a bridge. We act like a bridge between your charting platform and your broker. So whenever your charting platform is giving you an opportunity or giving a signal to enter a trade or an exit trade, we will pick up that signal from your charting tool and place orders into your broking account. So we act like a bridge between these two platforms, your charting tool or the place where you're running your strategies, and then your broker. We are not into providing any kind of recommendations as to when to buy, what to buy, how to buy. We don't. We are not an advisory service. We don't provide any tip services. We don't do any recommendations. We don't recommend any strategies as such. We are a purely a infrastructure provider for automation of your strategies. So, Algomojo is a web-based platform. You can use any browser to use all our facilities and features that are provided in the platform. We don't have any mobile app as such as of now. So, it is uh, purely a web-based platform that is available. You can use any web-based desktop, or any browser from your desktop, or from your laptop, or from your mobile phone also. But however, recommendation is to, when you're doing the first time setup, always use a computer and do the setup. Normally, the setups that need to be done are a one time kind of activity. You need not have to keep doing it every day. Once you do it, once you do the setups, it will be always available for you whenever you want to use it. If you want to use it every day, it's available for you. If you don't want to use it on a few particular days, then say on an event day kind of thing, on a budget day kind of thing, you want to stop your strategies or stop your algos in terms of, in those, on those days, you can do that also. So you have that complete freedom as to when to start and when to stop the algo trading as such. My expectation is that you have a good strategy that you would have tried and tested and back tested, and it is meeting all your requirements in terms of trading parameters, and you would like to execute the trades based on your strategies. So that is where we come in to help you out in terms of automation. Now, we have integrated with most popular tools, starting tools like TradingView, Amibroker, MT4, even charting, Ninja Trader kind of platforms. So if you're running your strategies in any of these platforms, you'll be able to take help from our system and automate those signals which you get in these tools, the TradingView or Amibroker or MT4 kind of tools. We provide connectivity. We have got integrated, or we have integrated for API based trading with close to about 35 brokers. I'll share you the list. So in case you have an account with any of these brokers, you will be able to immediately start using a platform for automated trading. Now, whatever codes, modules are required for automation, we provide it in our platform. So we have tried to keep this uh, process of automation as simple as possible, as user friendly as possible. You need not have to have any kind of coding or programming knowledge. All you have to have is a good strategy which generates an entry and exit signals. It could be for long trades, it could be for short trades, any of those. So as long as the chart is generating that signal, you will be able to use a platform and place orders into your broking account. Some of the key features that would include things like, now you can decide what is that you want to trade. You're not dependent on us as to what is that, what are the things that are available for trading. What is that you want to trade, whether it is in equities, whether you want to trade in futures, or whether you want to trade in options. All these facilities are available in our platform. We cater to the Indian markets. As of now, you will not be able to use our platform for trading in, say, cryptos or in forex kind of um, segments. It is limited to the NSE, BSE, and MCX markets in India, segments in India as such. Now you can trade in options. Options would, in case if you want to trade in ATM, OTM, or ITM, it is possible to place orders. And not only buying options, you want, if you're an option writer, you can do that also based on your signal. When there's a buy coming in, you want to sell a PE kind of thing, you can do that. Or when there's a sell coming in, you want to sell a or write a PE or CE, you can still do that. And if you would like to hedge your main trades in, say, futures, by buying an option along with that, that's also possible, either by hedge buying or even by hedge selling as such. Any queries, kindly use the chat box to type out your queries. I'll be able to address them as we go along. Yeah. Now, in case the order quantity is large, you will be we will take care of the order splitting. You need not have to worry about placing multiple orders. The system can automatically recognize what is the quantity you're trading and what are the fees limits for the instrument that you're trading, and accordingly split the orders and send multiple orders both for entry and for exits. Now, when it comes to risk management, we offer facilities like setting up of targets, stop loss, and trailing stop loss. So, targets you can set it in a platform either in terms of percentage, or it could be in terms of points, or it can be in the form of M2M or profit levels also. Now, if you set a target of say 0.5% or 1% for an intraday kind of trading, so whenever the target is met of 0.5% or 1%, or if you're trading an option, if you're looking at 20% or 50% kind of targets, as soon as those limits are hit, the positions taken will be automatically closed, either for target or for stop loss. So again, it can, and again you can also set what are the timings in which you want to trade, whether you want to trade for the entire day or you want to trade after the morning volatility. Say you want to start your trading from say 10:30, 11 o'clock onwards, after there's some stability after the markets open, or you would like to trade in the open itself. You can decide the timings. Based on the set timings, signals coming in will be taken up and processed by the platform. Any queries, please let me know. So for all users, we provide paper trading facility. Now, paper trading is a facility that we have built in for users to understand the process of how the entire thing works. So our recommendation would be that when you're trying it out for the first time, start with the paper trade. Um, Go on with it for a few days, a few trades, and once you're able to see that the orders are getting placed as per your expectations, then you can get into live trade. So for all users, up to 6 strategies can be traded for paper trade, and once you see that the orders are getting placed as per your strategy or as per your requirement, then shift over to live trade. Now, the paper trading facility, as I was mentioning, yes, it's a tool to check the process only. I wouldn't recommend it as a tool for back testing or forward testing. When there's an order coming in, say from your trading view, there's a buy signal coming in for whatever instrument that you're trying to trade, and you'd like to take positions in a CE or an ITM 5 CE kind of thing. And when there's a target hit, you want that to be closed, or if your strategy involves that the long taken needs to be closed and a reverse order has to be taken, to test that process and see if the orders are going as per your requirement, the paper trading facility is made available. I would recommend it as a tool for forward testing or for back testing as such. Now, why only six? Because uh, to test the process, we after discussing and after interacting with many users over a period of time, we found that you will be able to check if the order flow is happening as per the requirement with a couple of trades happening in the platform. So once you see that the orders are flowing as per your requirements, then you can shift over to uh, live trading. So that's the only reason why we have limited it to six, which we feel is more than sufficient for testing the platform, testing if the orders are getting placed as per your strategies or as per your requirements. That is the reason we have limited it to six. Yes, in terms of live trading, you there's no cap. You can trade as many signals that get generated from your tool. Suppose if you're an intraday scalper and you have 10, 15, 20, or even charting kind of users, we have seen that there are hundreds of signals coming in a day. There's no limitation when it comes to live trading as such. So you can trade any number of instruments, any number of orders can be placed. There's no limitation on that. So even in terms of strategies, also you can have any number of strategies. Suppose you're trading in multiple segments, like say like you're trading in MCX, you're trading in indices, you're trading in futures, you're trading in cash market, and you're trading some 10 15 strategies, various kinds of strategies in trading view or charting or Amibroker. There's no limitation in terms of how many strategies, how many symbols that you can trade. There's absolutely no limitation. You can run as many strategies as you have, and for live trading, in terms of orders or in terms of number of instruments, number of segments that you can trade, there's no limitation at all. Only that limitation is in terms of paper trading, where we have said up to six strategies can be tested simultaneously for paper trading. Signal source for entire option chain will fetch free in your platform. I'm not able to understand the requirement. If you could spell it out, what is the expectation? I'll try and see if our platform can meet your requirement as such. Do clarify your point when you mean, what do you mean by entire option chain will fetch free in your platform? So coming back here, again, if you are a trader with in say futures or option and you would like to roll over, you can set the rollover parameters on a given date and time. The positions will be closed, the existing contract will be closed, and the next contract will be taken up. So ORB is nothing but a open range breakout kind of thing. If you have that ORB strategy running in trading view or in say charting or MT4, you can definitely trade ORBs as such. So all your strategies you're running from the charting tool. It could be TradingView or Amibroker or MT4 or charting kind of platforms. These are the platforms with we have integrated, and any signals coming from these charts, from these platforms, from the charts, we'll be able to execute those orders. See, we yeah, MT4 is integrated. You can use MT4 to send signals for placing orders. See, there's no facility in our system to create a scanner and place orders from the scanner as such. Now scanner, you need to do it in your charting tool itself, say TradingView, or you can do it in charting or even Amibroker. So any kind of scanner can be built in these platforms. So whenever those scanners are in live mode and the strategies are meeting the scanner parameters that you have set, the orders or the signals to buy whatever instruments that you're trying to place orders for will come to Algomojo, and we will in turn send it to the broker. So we act as a bridge between your scanner or charting tool and your brokers. Yes, MT4, if you are trading in, say, cash market or futures market or options market, it's possible. Suppose you are running a chart in MT4 on a Bank Nifty index, uh, and you want to place an order in Bank Nifty options, you can still do it. Yes, it's possible. Now, if you're a trader, especially we have seen the requirements of intraday traders where they don't want to overtrade in any given particular day, and they would like to limit the number of orders that they want to, or number of signals that need to be processed. There's a facility where you can say that, okay, I want to do only say 5 trades in that particular day. You can set those kind of limits also. Now, in case if you want to place orders for all the signals coming in from your charting tool, absolutely no problem. You can continue doing it. Any signal coming in throughout the market working hours will be picked up and the orders will be placed. There's no limitation as such. But if you still want to limit the number of orders taken per day, you can. There's a facility to set that also. Now, If you're an option trader and which would option strategies would involve multiple legs, and you would like to place orders for all the multiple legs based on a single signal, our platform will be able to help you out in placing orders for all the option legs in your option strategies as per the sequence in which you want the orders to go in. As such. We have seen traders who would like to buy an option first and then write an option to get the margin benefit as such. So you can set the sequence in which the order entry has to happen, and also in terms of order exit, how should it happen. Now, when there are multiple legs, which would involve a future or an option buying and or an option writing, you can say that you would like to exit the futures first and then the option which you have bought. You can give those signals priority also. So based on the priority that you set or the sequence in which you have set, the orders will be sent across for execution into the account. You can get notifications on Telegram. It's a pretty simple setup that can be done. All you have to do is go to Algomojo bot uh, channel in Telegram and get the chart ID and integrate it with the strategy that you're trying to receive the notifications from. It's a simple process. We'll try and have a look at it when we get into the actual demo of the platform. The segments that you can trade would include things like you can trade in equities. It can be for intraday or it can be for delivery purpose. Also, carry forward kind of trades can be done. We have seen users who run strategies which would carry positions for multiple days or even multiple months also. So our platform can take care of such kind of requirements for traders and investors both. Suppose you are an investor and you carry a trade for many days or a longer duration, longer periods of time, still possible. Our system will be able to help you out. Not only for the trading purpose, even for investment purpose, system is uh, geared up to assist the investors also to take decisions and place orders based on the strategy. You need not have to be sitting in front of your system to look at whether a signal has come today or not. Throughout the day, you need not be monitoring those trades or the investments that you have done. The system, yeah, if you're running the strategy in, say, trading view, and that is giving you a buy signal and an exit after a few days, it can be completely automated, and whenever there's an entry taken, the uh, instruments are bought, and then after a few days, if you have to exit and the signal comes from your charting tool, it can be taken care of. See, notification is mainly to get you aware, saying that there's a signal which has got generated and there's an order which has got executed. You will not be able to automate from your Telegram app the orders as such. You will not be able to send orders from your Telegram app. It is only a notification saying that there's a signal come which has come, or there's an order which has got placed for so and so instrument that you're trying to trade. That's it. But otherwise, from Telegram app, you'll not be able to place an order. You can trade in index futures. You can trade in uh, any futures for that matter. It could be index, it could be stocks, NSE, BSE, MCX, any of those as such. And you can trade in options. It can be any segment. It could be NSE, BSE, or MCX options also. It can be again static options that you want to trade or dynamic options. Depending on your requirement, you can select. Now, suppose you say that you want a dynamic option selection based on whenever the signal is coming in, you would like to see what is the spot price and take, say, in the money five strike for the instrument that you're trying to place an order with. The system can assist you in doing those kind of decisions. See, our platform, as I mentioned, is only for execution of an order or execution of a signal. So there's a signal coming in from your chart, and we pick up that and send it to your broker for order placement. Now, you're running your strategy on your charting tool. So those charting tools would have the facility for backtesting. Our platform is not for back testing your strategies. It is only for execution and such. So backtesting or forward testing, there are various other instruments or tools available in TradingView, Amibroker, or other platforms where you can run your strategies, simulate what has happened in the past, and then maybe walk forward, also simulate, and then see how the strategy could perform going ahead with the kind of parameters that you have taken or optimized, and then take a decision. Such facilities, uh, ours is not the platform. Ours is only a bridge kind of facility to place orders. Otherwise, you can't test the profitability or the other parameters that you look for in a backtesting. That can't be done here. Now, we have integrated with close to 33, 35 brokers. All the major brokers, we have the API done, integration done, including brokers like Zerodha, Upstock, uh, Dun, Fire. So almost all major brokers are included. The facility is available. If you have an account with any of these brokers, you can start using the platform for, and automate those strategies for placing orders in these brokers. See, backtesting of an option strategy based on a future signal, backtesting can't be done. But however, if you're running a futures chart and you want to place an order in option, that's possible from our platform. Yes, we do take up coding in Pine script for TradingView, or even Python also, or Amibroker. I'll share my email ID towards the end of the session. You can send your requirements, and if you have any coding requirements in Python or Pine script or AFLs, we take up those as additional services. Depending on the kind of requirement and the complexity involved, the pricing would be worked out and will be shared with you before we do the actual coding and delivering the same to you. Now, if you have an account with any of these brokers, you can start using our platform. We give a 7-day trial, and for you to test our platform. The trial is more to test our platform and check if the platform is able to meet your trading or investment requirement as such. Now, once you use this trial period and see that the orders are getting placed as per your requirements, as per your strategies, and as per your expectations, then you can go in for a subscription method with us. Now, the I'll share the subscription charges also. HDFC not yet integrated. It is work in progress still. Uh, so there's another facility or another offer from us, wherein if you open a new account with Algomojo as a referral, then you get to use our platform free of cost for life. So there'll be no charges at all for your entire automation process as such. Otherwise, for the we being a bridge, there's a certain infrastructure cost involved. So we do have fixed a subscription fee for which is available in a monthly, half yearly, and a yearly kind of uh, payment mode. So when you look at an yearly payment method, it will cost about 6,000 rupees, working out to 500 rupees per month. Uh, try to keep it as minimal as possible, and uh, uh, otherwise, if you open a new account with any of these 7 brokers, then that cost also becomes zero for you. How to do that? I'll show you in our platform how to open a new account with Algomojo as a referral. Now, when it comes to automation, it happens in 2 steps. One is in Algomojo, you need to define what is that you want to trade. That will be the first process. The second process is to create an alert in TradingView or certain load certain modules in Amibroker or say MT4 or in charting. So the automation alert creation is the second step. So we will have a look at both the steps shortly, and we will be using TradingView today to do the automation setup, and so charting as of now we have not I don't have an account as such, but yes, it's pretty simple to do coding or automation using charting also. This process is more or less very similar in all for all the platforms or for all the charting tools, whether it is TradingView or Amibroker or charting or even for MT4. Yeah. Yeah, good question. The static IP is something which has been a requirement by the regulators that any API based orders need to be placed using a static IP asset. Now, as a platform, we are ready in terms of implementation. We will be able to assign static IPs for all our users uh, whenever it becomes mandatory. As of now, no, it was supposed to have gone live sometime last August, but I think it has been pushed to sometime April, May kind of timeframes this year. So we are ready when the exchanges make it compulsory, when the brokers wants to use the static IP for order placement or order receiving from the users. We'll be ready, and we will let you know how to get the static IP. Static IPs are real, as you're aware, the IPs are provided by the data centers, the internet service providers. So it's a scarce resource. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to these carriers, the internet service providers. So we are sourcing it from our host data center where we have hosted our systems, and we are providing those as static IPs to the users. So there'll be a small cost involved. How much is the cost? It is still not decided. So as and when it becomes mandatory, we will definitely let you know. I'm sure it'll be not very large. It'll be pretty nominal for all users. You need to have the static IP subscribed, otherwise API-based orders will not be allowed as per the regulatory requirements. Now, yeah, if you if you don't have any strategies and if you want to place orders, if you have a certain parameter as to what is that you want to buy or exit, you can still do that. When it comes to the actual demo, I will show you how to do it manually also. Yes. HDFC Securities, as of now, is yet to be integrated. We are working with them. Maybe over a period of time, it will get integrated, and you'll, if you have an account with say HDFC Securities, you'll be able to use that also. So let's look at the platform as such. Our website is algomojo.com. Now, if you want to open a new account with Algomojo as referral, you can go to this link. You can use this link called Open Account and provide your name, email ID, and the phone number, and select the broker. There are 7 brokers with whom we have a tie-up. So if you open account with any of these 7 brokers, you will get the Algomojo facilities free of cost for life. So once you select the broker, it will take you to the broker's webpage for you to do the complete account opening process. Once that is done and all documents are submitted to the broker, they will give you the password and the client ID and whatever details are required once the account is activated. And you will be able to start using that for placing orders either directly or through Algomojo also. Right. So kindly use this facility to open a new account. Nowadays, it's become a pretty easy process to open account with certain documentation. I think most brokers will be able to give you an account within create an account and give you the details in a day or two. So kindly use this facility and avail our Algomojo features free of cost for life. As such. So once you have an account with any of the brokers that I shared, you can you log into that broker for placing orders from this login button. Use this login button, and Now, use this login page, and then you can choose the broker from the drop down. For today's demo, we'll be using Trade Genie as the broker. So when you type in the first few letters, you'll get a list. Select the broker from the list and enter the credentials, which are the same as what your broker has given. You need not have to create separate login credentials for using Algomojo. It is the same credentials which your broker gives: the user ID, password, and the TOTP. Let me update the TOTP. Uh, if you already have an account with any of these seven brokers, you will not be able to remap it to Algomojo, because brokers, they don't allow remapping to other providers. So you will need to necessarily open a new account. So use the same credentials and then log into your account. Yeah, see, existing account, you can't get it remapped to Algomojo because brokers, they don't allow that. So So after you log in, you get a dashboard where you'll be able to see the funds and holdings. If you have any positions which are open, you have a facility to create a watch list and place orders from here also. You can create up to five watch list, and from here itself you can place orders. Suppose you want to buy something in PTM, you can say that, okay, buy PTM, quantity, all that. Update the required parameters for placing an order and say buy or sell. The orders will be sent to your broking account. This is for your manual trade as such. So after you log in, you'll see a lot of tabs on the left side. Go to the first tab called My API. When you're doing it for the first time, it will ask you to generate the API, and the terms and conditions to be agreed upon. After that, you'll get a trial period for 7 days. It will be shown here how many days and when the trial will expire. Kindly use this trial period to test and check if our platform is able to add value to your requirements. Only when you're convinced that yes, our system is able to meet your requirements, you can go in for subscription method or open a new account with any of those seven brokers, so that there are no charges that will be involved for your API based trading as such. Right. So get your APIs first, generate the API, and once you have the APIs, then you have to define what is that you want to trade as a first step. That we do it by going to this tab called My Strategies. We create a strategy of what is that we want to trade. So when you're doing it for the first time, the screen will be empty. Use this button called New Strategy. Click on this and it will ask for some parameters to be updated. Now these are basic things like what is that you want to trade, whether it is an intraday trade or whether it is a carry forward trade, whether it is a gas segment or option segment, whatever. So once you fill up these basic details, it will always be stored and be available for you every day as such. Now for the first demo, we'll look at how to trade in Nifty futures. How do we do that? So first step is, let's look at Nifty. Let me give a name as NF 14th Feb. It can be any name, and you need to select a rule. There are five rules that we have defined based on the various studies that we have done, various requirements with the traders and investors have. Based on that, we have arrived at these five rules. These are pretty important to understand and use the correct rule. Otherwise, if there's a mismatch in the rule that you use, then the orders may not go as per the requirements of your strategy or as per your expectations. So the rules are long only, short only, and long plus short, buy, sell, short and cover, and stop and reverse. What are these? I'll explain to you when we look at a chart with a strategy. So, what rule will be applicable? What rule you have to choose? It will be easier to understand when we have it on a chart as such. So for first demo, we'll be using a strategy called super trend. I'm sure most of you would have heard or used super trend. So you can for super trend kind of strategies, you will need to have a rule called stop and reverse. Why stop and reverse? Let me explain when we go to the chart, right? So after that, you'll need to say what is the segment you want to trade, whether it is equities, whether it is futures or options, or whether it is dynamic symbols of options. So we will select futures and option. Then from the trading symbol, if you type in few letters of the instrument that you want to trade, you will get a drop down. Select it from the drop down menu. Select Nifty contract of February. And order type can be NRML if you are a carry forward positional trader or swing trader, or if you are doing an intraday, you can choose MIS. So by default, the price is at market. The limit order functionality is still not enabled. So leave the price to the default value of market. Then update the number of lots that you want to trade. Suppose you want to trade in say 100 lots, you can type it as 100. You will be able to see the quantity also. For Nifty, the lot size is 65, so it will be shown as 65 100. If it is Bank Nifty, it is a different lot size. If it is Reliance Futures, it will be a different quantity. Depending on the instrument that you're trying to trade, the quantity will also vary based on the lot that you choose. And so these are basic things that need to be updated. Once this is done, you can save this section by going to this using this button called submit. Now these are the very basic things to be done. Now, in case you would like to use the stop loss and the target booking and trailing stop loss kind of facilities, you will need to update those here in this section. So, if it is a target that you are trying to set, then you can do it, say, using percentage points or MTM. Suppose if you say 100, if you want to set a points as 100 points for your target, you can do that, give the value as 100. And stop loss, again, you want to keep it as say 25 points, you can update this field as 25. If you have any trading stop loss logic, you can do those kind of setups here. Otherwise, if your strategy itself is taking care of the entry and exit, you need not have to use our facility given here. You need not have to update anything here. The third section would be does have things like what are the entry time, exit time. If you're an intraday trader, when do you want to square off? Do you want to roll over your positions? And when do you want to roll over? Those kind of parameters can be set in this section, right? So if you update these and then say submit, it will be saved and a unique webhook URL will be created, which will be used by all the charting tools like TradingView, Amibroker, Charting, and MT4. So this link is will be unique for this strategy that we just created. So we will be referring to the webhook URL, and there are certain codes that are required for creating alerts and trading view that also will be referring from here. So all you have to do is copy paste. If it's an indicator, there are four types of codes that are available. If it is strategy, then there's just one code to be copied and pasted there. So these are all the steps to be done as a one-time activity in Algomojo. So once you have set what is that you want to trade in terms of instrument, in terms of whether it is intraday or a swing trade, or and how many lots you want to trade. Once you do these things and submit, it will be listed under this section called My Strategies. So every day morning you will need to log in around market opening timings. Do the logins around say after 8:30. I would recommend 8:30, 8:45. The reason being that brokers would be doing maintenance activity post market hours after the MCX markets close after 11:30, 12 kind of timings in the night. And the new token for API trading will be provided by the brokers as close to the market open timings as such. So if you log in, say around very early, say 5 o'clock in the morning, if you're abroad and you want to log in pretty early because of the time difference, or you're traveling and you want to log in and then carry on with your login, um, it will not work because broker would not have given the proper token for that particular day's trading as such. So be careful in terms of when you log in. So once you log in, you can close your system, and you will need to come to the strategies section and enable it for paper trade or live trade, and then you can close your system, not an issue. The trading view, if you're running your strategy on trading view and you're logged into Algomojo and enable the strategy that you're trying to run, everything happens at the back end. So trading view, as you're aware, is running in the cloud, and Algomojo also is in the cloud. So you have logged in and enabled your strategies in Algomojo and even in TradingView. So if your internet is down, or if you're traveling, if you want to close your system, you can do that. So, but the signals coming in from TradingView will be executed even if your computer is off, even if your internet is off. But you should ensure that you're logged in the morning and enabled your strategy for receiving the signals. Yes. So every day you have to log in the mornings. It can't be on perpetually. So it's not that you can switch on and then forget about it for days together. Unfortunately, such facility is uh, not to be provided as per the regulators. So every day you have to log in to not only to our system, even to your broking accounts also for placing any orders. So that's why it becomes mandatory that you log in every day and uh, switch on your strategies that you are trying to run. So this is the first step. Create or define what is that you want to trade. Here in this case, we have decided that we will trade in Nifty futures 100 lots. It's a carry forward trade. We have set these parameters. Next step is to go to the charting tool and do an alert creation. How do we do that? Let's look at trading view. Any queries so far? Let me know. Yeah. So, you will need to have a subscription for automation using TradingView. TradingView gives almost all facilities free of cost for the users, except the things like your webhook URL facility, which is required for automation purpose. So you will need to have a subscription of TradingView, and you should have a strategy that you want to run in trading. So these are two basic requirements for you to automate the trade. So once you have these two in place, let's look at how do we what is the process for creating an alert. So I would always start with choosing the instrument that you want to trade. For getting any live trades, we'll look at the crypto chart today. It is not for men. You can't trade in crypto or forex markets. Just to get live signal and get some live order placements, we'll be using the chart. Let me select the chart. Yeah. This chart is like first load the instrument. Suppose you want to trade in Nifty, load Nifty chart. It could be future or spot, depending on what chart that you want to refer to, or it could be Reliance or PTM, whatever instrument that you're trying to trade or invest into. Open that chart from the symbol. Use the symbol here. Then select the time frame which you want to trade as such. It could be 5 minutes, it could be half an hour, it could be a day, kind of whatever time frame that you're trying to invest or trade into. Now, To get some live signals, let's look at the 1 minute time frame. Once you've selected the instrument and the time frame, load the strategy. So for demo purpose, we have the super trend strategy. Let me show that. Load it. So load your strategy. It can be any strategy as long as it is able to give buy and sell signals like in the super trend, you will be able to automate that. Yeah. So enable your strategy on the screen. And next step is to create an alert. Now, before we get into the alert, I would like to explain the rules that I was talking about. Now, if you have a strategy similar to a super trend, that is, if it is always in trade, either long or short, but it is always in trade. So for such kind of requirements, you will need to use the rule called stop and reverse. That is the last rule that we have just selected. Now, what happens or why that stop and reverse rule is required is, see, when we have a sell signal, the strategy requires that we take a short position. When a reversal comes of a buy in the form of a buy signal, the short has to be stopped and a new long has to be taken. A reverse trade has to be taken. A short has to be closed and the reverse of that, the long has to be taken. So it will keep alternating between long and short. So here it goes long, here it goes short, here it goes long, again short, again long. So it keeps alternating between long and short. So for such kind of strategies, it not only super trade, any strategy that you have, if it is in similar in nature, like always in trade, either long or short, then use that rule. Now there are strategies which are like it will take an entry somewhere here, for example, sell, and there's a set target. After that, so when the target is hit, the position has to be closed, and after that there may not be any signal for some time, and then again you get a buy, and once a buy is taken and there could be another target hit or a stop loss hit, and the position has to be closed. So it is not always in trade, but intermittently in trade. For example, it will take a trade here and it will get closed out because target is met. And after that, there are no trades for some time. And again, a buy can come or a sell can come. It is intermittently in trade, not continuously in trade like a super trend, intermittently in trade. For such kind of strategies, for similar kind of strategies, use the rule called long plus short, buy sell. So in long plus short, there are two variants in the rule. That is long plus short, buy sell, long plus short, buy sell, short and cover. For trading view users, we would recommend long plus short, buy sell. For Amibroker, we the fourth rule, that is long plus short, buy sell, short cover also needs to be used in Amibroker kind of charting tools. But for trading view, to use a third rule. Now, the first rule is something called long only. Suppose you're a trader or an investor, you want to take only long trades and you don't want to take any short trades, then use the long only as the rule. What happens is it will take only the long signals. So when there's a sell coming in here, it will not take the trade. When there's a buy coming in here, it will take an entry. So entry can be in the form of cash market trading, or it could be futures, or it could be even options also. If it is option, it will buy a CE here. Okay. Or whatever instrument, it could be index, bank nifty, or it could be stocks. It will buy the CE, and when an exit comes, it will close the trade and there will be no open positions. So it will always take only the buy entries and not the short entries. When a sell signal is coming in, it will close the long entry and wait for the next buy to come in. So if your requirement is to take only long trades, then use the rule called long only. The reverse of that is short only. Suppose you want to take only short trades, then use the rule called short only. So, is there any doubt in this? So, these are the 4 5 rules that you need to be pretty careful about. In case there's a mismatch in the kind of rule that you use and the strategy with the way it is running, then you could have an issue in terms of the correct order placements. Right. So, once you have loaded the strategy, go to the strategy and click on this three buttons, three dots which are there for creating an alert. Say add alert. It will open up a pop-up box. Go to this message box and by default, whatever values are there, remove them. and go to Algomojo, go to your strategy here, and copy this code and place it in this box and give it a name, say NF 14th Feb, and go to notification section. By default, whatever webhook URL is there, remove that and copy the webhook URL for this strategy that we have defined or that you would have defined and paste it here. So you'll need to copy and paste the webhook URL, and you'll need to copy and paste this code in the message box and say create. These are all the these are the only steps that need to be done. Two copy paste need to be done for alert creation, and whatever content are required is given by in the Algomojo strategy that we created, and you copy those and paste it here. Create an alert. That is all are the steps that are required for placing orders. There's no other steps involved or no other process involved. You need not have to open any code of the strategy that you're running to do the automation. It's a simple copy paste of two things, the message box content and the webhook URL. If you just do a copy paste of these two things and create the alert, the steps for automating these signals is done. There's nothing else to be done. So now we will wait for any signal to come in for a long entry. I think by the time we did this, the order got placed. Let me just check if there was able to. No, no, we were slightly late. So we'll wait for the next signal to come in. So whenever the long comes, it will take the long entry. Yeah, if you have a chart which you're running on 1 second or 10 second or 30 second, depending on your trading view subscription, if you have a subscription and you want to run it on a per second or for 5 second kind of time frame, the process is the same. Select the instrument, select the time frame, load your strategy and create alert. The time frame can be anything. It could be from a 1 second time frame, it could be 30 second, it could be 1 minute, or a 30 minute, 5 minute, any time frame. So select the instrument, time frame, and the strategy. Go to the three dots here and create the alert. These are the only steps that are involved. There's nothing else need to be done. Yeah. Now, good question. Will there be any lag? See, as you're aware, TradingView is running in a cloud platform, and we our systems are also hosted in a cloud environment. So the entire transactions of in terms of this signal getting generated in trading view and reaching us and sending it to brokers would happen in milliseconds as such. It is definitely much faster than much faster than an order that you are trying to place manually. Now, uh, can it be much faster than this? Can it be? Can it happen in microseconds, or it could be whatever small as nanoseconds kind of thing? Uh, as a retail user, the kind of investments that go in for achieving those kind of um, latency, it would be pretty difficult as such. Then, so in terms of milliseconds is what we look at in terms of execution. The advantage also being with Algomojo is that we don't have to do any processing. All you have to do, all that happens is we will wait for the signal. It could be an entry signal or it could be an entry exit signal. We pick up that signal and send it to broker. There's no processing that happens. The processing is all done here. The strategies processing is keeps happening here. The code or logic keeps running in the charting tool. It is just generating the signal which gets sent down to Algomojo for execution. So Algomojo, when we get the signal to enter on an exit, we will look at what is the strategy or who is the customer to whom it is associated with, and we send that signal to the broker. So we don't do any processing. So we don't that way add any overheads in terms of processing time for latency or increasing the latency as such. You will find that the order placement is much efficient using our platform. It is much easier also to manage your trades, and um, the way the system handles the execution part and monitoring part is pretty simple and easy to understand, easy to implement also. See, here we are not talking about looking at the code of any of your strategies. Suppose you had to go and modify the super trend code to do the automation process. You need to be aware, or first you need to have the access to the code. Second, you will need to have the understanding of the coding part, the programming part, where to create the logic to send an order, all that signal, all that. There's nothing of that sort is involved. You are not even touching what is the source code of your strategy that you're trying to trade. It is a simple UI based or user interface based steps that is involved. Just copy and paste the message box content and the webhook URL. The process is complete. And this is a one-time activity that you need to do. So it is always available for you. Suppose you have created this today and you want to run this for next couple of months, it is always there for you. Suppose you don't want to run on a particular day, all you have to do is just come and pause it here. Just say pause. So when the strategy is paused, it will not send the signal to Algomojo. And whenever you want to restart it, you can do that from here. Again, restart it, and so signals that get generated based on the logic that you're trying to run. It will be transmitted for placing orders. So, any queries, any very to understand the process involved, let me let me know. I'll try and answer them. So here, let me run the process again. First, select the instrument that you're trying to trade, select the time frame that you're trying to run your strategy, and third is select the strategy that you want to run. Once you load your strategy, go to this dots, three dots, and say add alert. And in the message, in the pop-up, go to the message section. By default, whatever is there, remove that. Go to Algomojo and pick up this code under trading view, under strategy. Copy this code and place it here. Give it a name, it can be anything, and go to notification section. And by default, if there's something, remove that, delete that, and copy the webhook URL from here. Copy this and paste it here. So that is all are the steps one needs to do. And again, it has to be done only one time. Both the alert creation and even the strategy creation in Algomojo is a one-time setup. So suppose you want to do some editing. Say instead of 100 lots, you want to start trading in 150 lots. You can always come back and edit the strategy that you have created. It is available for you. So uh, create it once and it can keep running. Suppose you don't want to use it for a few days or a particular day, don't switch it on here also. If you just say no trade, then even if trading view is sending the signal to Algomojo, we will not process it because you would not have enabled the live trade or the paper trade. So that way you can control when to trade and when not to trade also. So on days like budget or any other event happening, or results event day for companies, people normally would not like to trade on those kind of days. You can switch it off. So somebody asked whether we can place a square of the order that we have taken. Yes, you can definitely do that. Now, how to do that? For example, here we have a short trade running, and by the time we created the alert, the signal had already come. But we feel that the market, uh, if you feel that the market is going to go down further and you would like to take the trade or enter the trade manually, and after that you would like the system to handle it, you can still do that. You can achieve that. So all you have to do is, after you have created this uh, alert, go to Algomojo here and generate this first signal manually if you want to. Otherwise, if you want to wait for the new signal to come in, let it come from the chart. Otherwise, you feel that, okay, let me enter the trade manually and then leave it to the system to take care of it. Do that order placement from here. All you have to do is come here and say sell. So sell signal will be generated, and you'll be able to see that order here under the section called My Signals, right? So under My Signals, you have various tabs. The first tab is Signals, so you will see that what are the orders received, what time it has come, and you can see that there's a manual sell signal which has come at 11, 12, 11 seconds, and these are the orders that were placed. It was a short order, and the portion open is this. You can filter it on the strategy also. So since this is a paper trade, you'll be able to make out this is a paper trade here. So what is the quantity? It is a short trade, and then what is the average price it was bought at? What is the last traded price? What will be the M to M? During market hours, you'll be able to see the live variation in terms of P&L. Yeah. So this is how you enter a trade. So we have taken a manual trade because we feel that the market is going to go down further, and we want the system to take care of it later. So we have taken a short trade. Let us see if we get a buy signal, the short needs to be closed and the long entry has to be taken. So can wait for the signal to get generated and see how it works. Yeah, suppose you have taken a trade like this manually, or it has been taken through a system. Your in trading view, the sell signal came here, and your order has got executed, and the short trade is running, and you feel that it has the market might reverse, and you would like to close that portion. All you have to do is go here and say square off. If you go to this position book and say square off, it will close the position for you. So you can control it manually also. Suppose you want to exit a trade after some time for whatever reason, you can do that manually. So you need not have to wait for the system to close it. And always do it from here. Don't close it from your broker account. Suppose you close the portion in broker account, and our system is still showing this quantity. So when the next order comes, we will see that there's a short portion. We will try to close the short portion and take the long portion. So there'll be a mismatch. By chance, if you have taken close the portion manually from your app or from your broker account, you can still come and update our system. The way to do it is, suppose you close this to um, this trade, you come here and make the zero net quantity, you make it as zero. So our system will understand that there's no open portion. So when the next signal comes, there'll be no mismatch. We know that there's no open portion, and place the next order that comes from trading. Alert name can be anything. There's no particular thing in terms of what we receive from TradingView. It doesn't contain details of alert name or symbol name, those kind of things. It'll just give us information in terms of what time it was sent from there and what time it has got executed. You can give any name as such. So let's see if there's a buy signal coming in. We could get a buy signal here. So let's see how that gets handled as such. Any queries, anything in terms of what are the steps involved? Anybody would like to understand or see anything particular in TradingView? See, normally any orders, any signal coming in will get executed within fraction of a second. So suppose there's a short, or say we get a long signal here, and the order is taken. Normally in trading view, there's a limitation that the both entry and exit can't happen in the same candle. Suppose a long is taken and then immediately sell also comes. Normally it doesn't work that way. The coding it doesn't allow the coding doesn't allow, or the platform doesn't allow, the trading view doesn't allow till the candle is getting closed for the next signal to be executed. So it suppose hypothetically there's a long entry which has come, and even before it is executed, a short also comes, then how will it get handled? Normally it's a very very rare situation. It cannot happen. The signal that gets generated is executed, say for a long entry, and immediately after that, say in a couple of seconds, you get a sell entry. We know that you've taken a long and there's a sell also, so we'll close the sell position, long position, and take the short position. Yeah, even if it comes even after 1 second, also not an issue. The execution happens within milliseconds. So, say an entry has come here, and say after 5 seconds or 10 seconds, you get a exit. No problem. The entry would have triggered the long, and when the sell comes, the long will be closed and the short will be taken. Normally, the orders get executed at the broker's terminal also pretty fast. There's no waiting time as such, because these are all market orders. Unless if it's a limit order. Limit order, yes, it will be pending as such. As such, as of now, we don't have limit order. So we are work. Logic is ready for how to handle limit orders. So once that is implemented, you will have a facility where a limit order can also get converted into market order after say a couple of seconds, and then orders get placed. Any further queries? Anything anybody would like to see in trading view or understand the process? Do let me know. I'll be able to show and demonstrate also. Explain, demonstrate. Yeah. Now, how do we do a copy trade? Suppose you have a strategy and you would like the signals that are getting generated from your strategy. For the same signals, you would like the orders to be placed in your friends and family's account as such. So we have a facility where you go here, and for the strategy that you're running, for example, you have created a nifty trading strategy, you can go and do something called a publish your signal. So when you say publish, you can add here, since paper trade is active, it is not allowing me to edit. So I'll need to go to deactivate that and then add the details. Suppose you've got 5 friends to whom you have to send the signals. You can add all those 5 clients here, or five friends here. So client ID wise, you can, broker wise, you can add those accounts here and make them your followers. So any signal coming to your strategy, the nifty strategy that you have created here, will also go to them for order placement. So they should have taken the uh, I would, if you'd like to call it as, uh, we are saying it as follow, signal followers. They should follow your signals also. In their screen, they will need, it will be shown that this is what has been sent by so and so for you to trade, and you accept that and enable that. He will also need to every day morning sign in and then enable that. A similar kind of thing will be shown here. You will need to they will also need to enable that every day morning. So suppose you have a friend and he is also wanting to trade in nifty. You're trading in 100 lots, he wants to trade in 200 lots. So he can modify and create it, make it 200 lots. So when a buy comes, your account will take 100 and his account, it will take 200. So that is how you can share your signals. Yes, it will come as a API order for your friend and family account also. See, if you are using AI, it's a great tool to build logic, your trading logic, investment logic using AI, and create your strategies, right? So, suppose you are trying to use a platform like TradingView, get an understanding of how the platform works. Like somebody was asking, What happens if a signal comes immediately after a buy signal is taken to exit? Now, there's a limitation in trading view saying that, okay, after an entry is taken in a particular candle, for example, this is a 5 minute, 1 minute candle, there's an entry, long entry, which is coming in. And within that minute completion or the candle completion, the reversal also comes. Pine script doesn't allow that order to be executed, or it will wait till the candle gets completed for the next signal to be processed. So entry it will take. For the exit to happen, it will wait till the next candle open at least. So that candle running candle should get completed, and in the next candle, the exit has to be triggered. So those kind of there'll be some small limitations. Try and understand those limitations. Otherwise, getting the strategies generated or your ideas converted into strategies to run in a platform like TradingView or Amibroker. AI is a great tool. There are many AI tools which are available, can help you to create the codes and test them, like do the back testing. You get the back testing results here also in TradingView. And once you're convinced that you can that it is meeting your trading investment investing kind of requirements, then you can run it from and if you want to tweak them, you can tweak them to meet the requirements and keep running. So try and understand certain limitations which could be there in whatever platform you're trying to run your strategy with. Otherwise, most people what used to earlier depend on programmers and coders to get their strategies done. With tools like AI now, you can do on your own. Yes, as such. See, like uh, I'm comfortable using Claude AI. I have a subscription for Claude. It is pretty good in terms of its logic. Again, you'll need to understand the free version of AIs and the paid version of AIs, the outputs are completely different. So always look at taking the minimum subscription. Nowadays, the subscription for AIs are also pretty low as such. But the kind of results that you get running these AIs is huge. So going for a subscription, I am personally comfortable. I use Amibroker, so I depend on Claude AI for running or generating my requirements in terms of codes. I found it to be pretty knowledgeable. Pretty, the paid version can handle. They have something called Cloud Code also now. It's very efficient in terms of understanding and providing you the right kind of codes as such. And you need not once you get a hang of how to handle with AI, you need not have to have any dependency on any coder. I am personally not a coder, but I've learned a lot interacting with these kind of tools. I understand the way things need to be asked or told to these AIs, and the outputs given by the AIs, I run it and test it, and then go back to them and tell them this is what is right, this is what is wrong, or this is what is to be changed. They help, they understand those requirements, and then remodel the entire code as per what we tell. It is all dependent on how you interact with these AI tools. And again, always subscribe for if you're a serious trader, you're putting your money on the block. Uh, don't just depend on the free versions of any of these AIs. To test it out, to get a hang of it, you want to try out some things, use a free version, develop certain codes, run it on a paper trade here, and understand how things are working. If it's meeting your requirement, fine. Otherwise, if it's still a bit complex, some changes need to be done. And if AI is taking a longer than anticipated time for giving you the right code, then look at a paid version. I'm sure any kind of code can be developed using these AIs. Yeah, I'm sure Claude should be able to take care of your Pine script also. Even ChatGPT, it depends on a particular AI that you get comfortable with. There are some people who are very comfortable with ChatGPT. I got used to Claude AI, so it depends on which tool that you're comfortable with. I'm sure each of them have their own pros and cons. So it's a matter of how you use them for your requirements. Yeah, in terms of yeah, I think dependence on AI for our everyday work, not only trading, any other day-to-day activities that we do, also is going to be huge. So these tools are becoming a must for anybody who is into trading and investing as such. I have not used Cloud for Pine script as such, but I'm sure they are pretty efficient. They should be possible. I've used it for Python. I've used it for ASL. Pine script, no. And again, if you're a coder, not coder, it doesn't make a difference. It's only that you need to, if you can handle the AI in terms of giving the understanding properly and trying to do what they see what is the kind of output you're getting from AI. If you are able to interpret that in a proper manner and again guide the AI to make the changes in the way that you need it, you need not have to have any coding knowledge. You can build your logic without knowing to know without having any knowledge of programming at all. Yeah, that is true. Germany, if you have a Reliance this thing subscription mobile phone, you get 18 months of Gemini Pro. I've not used Gemini Pro for coding purpose, but I do have a Gemini account, also Pro account. I have my connectivity, mobile connectivity is from Geo, so it's pretty good. I use it. I use Gemini also for certain other applications, uh, and not tried for coding purpose maybe. Yeah, you can. AI, as I was mentioning, is becoming absolutely essential for everyday life, and especially for people into trading and investing. You can convert any logic uh, to for investing and trading or generating signals, monitoring, doing analysis. All that AI is becoming a part of our life now. It's already become, I would say. Any other things anybody would like to have a look at it? Let me know. Yeah, in terms of features, we are adding a lot more facility for watch list. Currently, the stop loss and targets are limited to a single stock that you define in a strategy. Suppose you are a charting trader and you have multiple stocks in which you are trading. Currently it's not possible to set target for each symbol that you want to take or trade as such, or stop loss for each symbol that you're trying to trade. So stop loss based or the exit based on targets and stop loss using a watch list is something that we are working on. And things like limit orders and another thing that we are working on. A new version should have that. A new version should have things like the option trading strategies will become much easier. Today the dependency would be that you create each leg independently in group, but a new version will have a one click kind of symbol selection or the option strategy selection, then time based option entry and exits. Those are some of the things that we're trying to bring in the next version. Yeah, well, we expected it to be live in Feb month itself. Looks like it may take still some more time. I would say towards the end of March or next financial year is where we are absolutely sure we should be live with new things. Yeah, things like TradingView also offers enormous flexibility and help in terms of help for the traders and investors alike. Now, there's another facility that normally people use. People look at, say, breakouts. For example, if you're looking at price breakouts, you draw a line, trend line. Sorry. Suppose you want to trade a breakout like this. You have a trend line drawn, and when the price moves above this, you want to do a long entry or close your short entry. That's also possible. You create you put in your drawing. It could be trend line, it could be any kind of study that you would have, and on a breakout or a breakdown of that, if you want to take a trade, it's very simple to do that. Let me show you. So suppose, say, on a breakout of this trend line, we want to take a long entry. Bring in your drawing, right click on that, and say add alert on trend line. So we have to update when should the entry happen. We will say that okay, when the price crosses above the trend line, and if the price closes above the trend line, okay, I want the order to be triggered. So you can say that once, only when the condition is met, once per bar close when the condition is met. Okay, I'll add these two, then go to message box, and here the code I'll use this code, for example, here for the strategy that we created. Go to indicators and copy this code for buy and paste it here, and give any name, say TL long entry, and link it to the same webhook URL. By default, it will carry the previous webhook URL, and say create. So whenever you have a breakout of this long, it will trigger a this trend line. It will trigger a long entry. So as simple as that. Just put in your study, right click, create an alert, and it is always available for you. And if you want to change this, it is again pretty dynamic. You can go and move it anywhere. And if you have moved it to this location, suppose you made it, feel that you don't want to take a breakout, but you want to do it if this is the resistance point, and if the price closes above this resistance point, and you feel that the price could still move further up, then you want a long entry to be taken, you can shift it. So it's pretty dynamic. These are facilities which are available in TradingView. Excellent features in TradingView. Make use of them for your trading and investment journey. I think dependency on systems and AI is becoming very essential nowadays. So there are tools like TradingView or your Claude or Gemini, which are any trader or investors can't ignore. Have to use these kind of tools for making our life easier and simple. Yeah, there's things like sorting on columns and taking it, getting a dump of the earlier historical data of all signals which have come in the past 1 week or 10 days or 1 month. Those are additional things that would be available in the next version that we're working on. Yes. So let me try and see if we can generate a signal here. Suppose if the price crosses above this trend line, I want the price long entry to be taken. See, let's see what happens. See, indicator-based backtesting is. I am not very sure there are any specific tools available for backtesting as such. Amibroker is a tool where the functionality of backtesting is much much better. Yes, but of course you need to have the uh, historical data in Amibroker. That data also is a resource, important resource. If you have sufficient amount of historical data, Amibroker is an excellent tool for your backtesting and optimizing purpose as such. So you can use again using AI, you can create the backtesting parameters and check both if it is options or futures that you're trying to trade, what kind of you can code the entire logic in that and say that okay, if you're basing it on a futures chart and you're trading in a options chart in the money with this kind of volatility and the Greeks, and this is the way it is supposed to change. You can get the entire thing coded and then run in Ami Broker and optimize your strategies for trading in options also. Yeah, buffer percentages may not be in the next version. It could take slightly longer time. Any other queries? Anybody would like to have a look at any other features, facilities? Yeah, do let me know. Yeah, yeah. You can use. We have a library of Algomojo. You can use refer to those and then incorporate those things in Pine script itself. Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Let's see if we can get a trigger. Yeah. Uh, Yes, yes, you can use R. Let me just show you the library here. The place where you logged in, the tabs which are available here, go to this tab called API. So you can refer to this version. It will give you all the parameters. Suppose you want to check what is the position book, what is the JSON code to be sent, okay, and what is the response you'll get. All those details are in here. You can refer to this. So you can use these in the Pine script to get your portion book details, or you want to cancel an order, modify an order. All that can be done from here. Yeah, for doing those kind of activities, you can refer to this library. You want to check what are the order book status or order history, how to do that. This is the request that has to go, and this is the response you'll get. And this is you can access it. There is no additional charge, so this is available. It's a published version, so you can use it. So library, you can refer it here. The Algomojo, the API documentation, you can go here and then look for version. Then you have a Python library also. Suppose you want to use Python and do the entire coding and place the orders directly from Python onto your broker account, you can do that also. Yeah, yeah. This should trigger an order. Let's see. Ah, yeah, long entry has been triggered. So let's look at what has happened to this long entry. Go to my signals and sorry, here there's a buy which has come. The buy entry has been taken and a long portion is running. So you can see what time the signal was generated, received, when was it received, and what time the order entry has got happened, what quantity, all that details can be seen. The order here, signal details can be seen here. If there's any order getting rejected, you can check the reason also. You just click on the hover the cursor on that status. It will tell you why the order was rejected. If there are no funds, it will tell you no funds. If there's no open position, it will say no open position. So that is the reason why it was rejected. If it's completed, completed. Yes. So this is how you can use a study like a trend line based entry exits also. See, in terms of see, we are dependent on the details like P&L on broker's API response. Now, if with a broker who's got robust API infrastructure, they're providing all the details, then the display of the MTOM and P&L is pretty instantaneous. But we do not find the broker-based, API-based responses in the frequency that we would like to. So I would rather say that use the platform to place an order. But in case if you want to monitor for the P&L, I would still recommend keep looking at a broker account that has the actual P&L display better. M to M P&L displays better. I won't try to sync it with Algomojo MTM and say broker based MTM from the mobile as such or even from the web page. Look at it as a bridge rather than giving you the exact amount decimal based P&L MTM kind of thing. Don't look at it from that perspective. Look at it from the perspective of placing an order. There's no delay in terms of placing an order, but fetching detail and displaying here, there could be lag. That's what I feel. Or it may not be getting updated instantaneously like what you see in a broker terminal. Yeah, in most cases, you'll need to have it depends on the kind of coding that you would have. You would like to use the webhook URL. It's definitely possible. It depends on what platform you are trying to use. See, webhook URL is more is something that has details like. Let me just show you what it does. Let me close this. What information it contains. A webhook URL, you can see what it is also by this display. Any signal coming in from whichever tool, Amibroker or your charting or trading view, uh, it will be sent to amapi.algomojo.com, this version. Okay. When it comes to us, from here we interpret which is the broker and who is the client and what is the strategy he is trying to place the orders for. So all that information is contained in this webhook URL. So if you are using, say, wanting to place an order from, say, TradingView directly onto your broker account by using the JSON or the Python code that we are given, you need not have to refer to this webhook URL also because you are doing it directly. Your dependency on Algomojo strategy is not there, but yes, you're going to use things like API, which broker needs from Algomojo. So those orders details you will be able to see it here. If you go to my API, you will be able to get details of the orders placed, because you're using the in your Python or whichever environment you're trying to code your signals, you will need to send that order to a particular container, the API as such. So if you're using Algomojo API, then it will be routed from here to the broker account. Or if you are directly routing it to your broker account, that's also that it will not even touch us as such. Yes. See, platform has evolved over past 6 7 years. I would say we have been here for more than or into algo trading for more than 6 7 years. I would say. So we have had an efficient team. Our founder or director is has had build experience in building these platforms. So throughout his career, he was with Thomson Reuters. He was the architect for Nest kind of platform, which most brokers use or used to use earlier. It was he was a main architect, and he knows the trading industry pretty well, investing platforms pretty well. So he has designed and got us developed over many years. We have a efficient coding team currently in place. So our focus is more on building platforms. So that way, I think our core strength is in building platforms. So we have brought Algomojo, or we have built Algomojo to this extent because of the competency which our founder has and has built over a period of time, the team which has been associated with the company for a long time. Yeah, see, strategy store is for things like there are very some popular strategies which are running like super trend, alpha trend, half trend kind of thing, which people keep referring to, and they would like to trade based on these strategies. If you're convinced you would like to use super trend but would not like to do it in trading view kind of thing, you can come and subscribe for that here for whatever instrument. I think we provide instruments to trade Nifty and Bank Nifty. So using this, you have to create when you say Nifty, you want to add this to your strategy. It'll ask you what time frame you want to trade in, and say yes. It'll add to the same strategy list. It will be visible here. My strategies, as you can see, Super Trend Nifty. This is from strategy store. You need to come and make it active here. And if you want to edit any of the parameters, default it will be for one lot. If you want to change it to multiple lots and want to do intraday or ATM, whatever you are trying to do, you would like to trade with, you can use this ready-made tool available. But we it is not a thing which is guaranteed by us. These are hosted or freely available strategies which we are making available in our store as such, or in our platform as such. This is not our strategies. It is available in the market. We are just providing it for people who would like to use them. That's it. If you want to make change into super trend, it will not be possible. There are certain parameters in which it is running. It will run as per that. Yes. It will be IP6. Most probably it will be IP6. Yeah. So we have one more buy which has got triggered. So you can see that uh, this was from the trend line, and this is from the super trend strategy. So even this would have got executed because we have linked it to the same strategy. Yeah, two buys have come, but it has got rejected because we had switched off the strategy here to make those changes to show the changes. So that's the reason why it has got rejected. You can see that Please enable live trade or paper trade. So if you have not enabled it, it will get rejected. A bit about our support structure. So you can get in touch with us. There's an online chat support available from 9 to 5 o'clock, and on Saturdays from 10 to 5. So if you have any online requirement or support requirements, you can chat with us. Then, or there's a WhatsApp in which you can message, or you can give us a call on 8550 822 828. Our executive would get in touch with you and assist any queries that you would have. Or you can raise a ticket if it's not very critical and you want some information at a later time. You can raise a ticket. Our teams are have an SLA to respond to any of the tickets within 6 to 8 hours. So they should be able to resolve any tickets that are raised. Or you can send us an email also. We will be able to revert with any queries that you would have. We are not got into too much of advertising in YouTube's. We might do it waiting for certain timelines. So, yeah, point taken. We would like to have a better visibility. We'll do that over a period of time. In case if you have any coding requirements, you can send the requirement to this email ID. My name is Lokesh, a part of Algomojo team. So we have a team of developers who could look at your requirement, interact with you, and understand if there's any doubts, and then come back and give you a proposal. And in case if you accept the proposal, we can take up the coding and deliver it to you. Kindly refer to Algomojo blog. It's algomojo.com/blog. All the features, facilities, how to use them, step-by-step processes explained in our blogs. So kindly do refer in case you need additional information. For example, how to set, say, uh, targets or trailing stop loss. You'd like to have a better understanding and read through the documents that we have published in the blog. Uh, WhatsApp is 810 557 2233. Right. In case if there are no other queries, we can try and close this session now. If you'd like to know anything more, or if you'd like to see something more, let me know. I can try and address them. Otherwise, we can conclude this session. Thanks a lot for your time, and wishing you all a very nice weekend. Do get in touch with us in case you need any information, any support. We are there to help you out. Oh, sorry, missed updating on the charges. When you go to my API section, if you want to renew, there's a button called API renew. So all users get 7 days trial. Then these are the plans which are available: monthly, half yearly, and yearly. So if you want to go in for a yearly plan, you can pay using the button provided here. It will take you to the payment gateway, make the payments from there. And if you have opened a new account, then absolutely no charges. It will be APIs will be free of cost for life. Yeah, if you open a new account with any of these 7 brokers, then it will be free of cost. Strategy section, in the sense, the strategy store or the strategy section. There are two things. My strategies is where we create or update the system as to what is that we want to trade or invest in. Yeah, Zerodha is also free. Yes. Yeah, so this is the strategies, my strategies, where we go and create. This we created for, say, Nifty futures trading. This we created for, it gets auto created for your strategy store subscription. Suppose you want to trade in a new instrument, say like a bank Nifty. You go and specify that you want to trade in bank Nifty. Here, in create one more strategy saying, say, BN, say futures or options strategy, 14th Feb. So I'll use a similar rule like stop and reverse. Then segment I'll say dynamic. Then instrument I'll say select as bank nifty. Then expiry I'll need to specify. You can say current month or next month, far month. When you select from the drop down, it will also show the date of the expiry which will be used. And if you want to trade in, say, ITM 3, you can select it from here. And whether you want to buy or you want to sell or write an option or you want to hedge as a buying or a selling, you can select it from here. If you want to buy, select this. Order type, again, normal or MIS. And how many lots you want to trade. Suppose if it is 100, then it will show you that the quantity will be 3000 for bank nifty. Split order quantity is 600 or freeze limit is 600, so it will send orders in multiples of 600 to fill this entire requirement of 3000. Now you come and save this. So use this webhook URL created for bank nifty options for trading in your trading view or whichever charting tool that you're trying to use. Yeah. See, when it comes to the strategies here in the tab, one second. There are certain popular strategies which are available, say in Amibroker or TradingView or Python kind of environment. We have just listed them here. So things like Super Trend, EMA crossover, or ATR based, Camarilla based. These are complete codes which are available for anybody to use. It is not a recommended strategy from us. It is a AFL, which is available for people to use for their requirement of either making the code, or you want to use the same code, you can do that and start trading or investing based on these codes. But however, these are not guaranteed kind of strategies that we are not recommending them. We are just listing these popular strategies which are available in on the net in our platform for people if they want to refer and use them. Suppose you want to look at, say, super trend, it'll open the code for you. You can open the code. So entire code is visible for you. You want to use this, you want to make some changes into this code and deploy them in, say, TradingView or Amibroker, any of these environments. You can use them. It's a ready-made code which can be downloaded, and if you want, you can adapt them. So similarly, if you look at TradingView, there are some things like Super Trend. This is what we have used in trading the strategy store also. So you have this alpha trend, half trend, range filter strategies. These are freely available tools. We are making it we are showing it here or giving it in our platform for people to refer or use them if they're comfortable for their trading or investment purpose as such, but not to be construed as a recommendation from us. We are not into recommending strategies or what to buy and what to sell. We don't offer those kind of services. It is just hosted in a platform for people to refer. No max limit in terms of quantity orders. I don't think it is there in the next level also. Next version, I don't think we are looking at it as of now. Okay, thanks a lot. So again, recapping the support details, do contact us in case you have any requirement for help, in case you need any more information, any assistance from our end. We are there to support you. Feel free to contact us between 9 to 5 any working day, on Saturdays from 10 to 5. Thanks. If there are no further queries, we can conclude the session. Have a nice weekend. Yeah, I think there are no other queries. We can conclude the session. Thanks again from the entire team.